The Hidden History of Wet Nursing Under Slavery. Throughout the 18th and 19th centuries in the American South, enslaved African women were frequently compelled to serve as wet nurses for the infants of wealthy white families. A wet nurse is a woman who breastfeeds a child who is not her own. While wet nursing existed in many societies, under slavery it was fundamentally different because enslaved women had no ability to refuse. Many plantation owners believed that breastfeeding tied white mothers too closely to childcare or interfered with the social expectations placed upon elite women. Hiring or forcing an enslaved woman to nurse a white infant allowed the mistress to recover from childbirth more quickly, resume household duties, or participate in the social life expected of wealthy women. For the enslaved woman, however, the experience was rarely a choice. The question, why would anyone in their right mind allow this, is answered by understanding the nature of slavery itself. The enslaved women did not have the freedom to consent or refuse. Their participation was not based on willingness, but on coercion backed by violence, punishment, and laws that denied them legal rights. The institution of slavery depended on stripping people of bodily autonomy, and forced wet nursing was one manifestation of that control. But here's my personal take. You'd have to be a sick puppy to do an act like this. You hate me, but not when it comes to sex and breastfeeding or cooking your food. Do you know what's real crazy? The scraps you gave me are essentially the same scraps that your baby drank. Often, she had recently given birth herself. Her own infant might receive less milk because her body was being used to nourish another child. In some documented cases, enslaved mothers were separated from their own babies for long periods so they could remain in the enslaver's home caring for the white infant. Historians have recorded instances in which Black infants became malnourished or died while their mother's milk sustained the enslaver's child. The practice exposed one of slavery's deepest contradictions. White society promoted racial separation and white superiority, yet it depended upon the intimate physical care of Black women. The same society that denied enslaved women their humanity entrusted them with the survival of its most precious family members. This arrangement was possible because enslaved women were legally treated as property rather than autonomous people. They could not legally refuse orders concerning their labor or their bodies. Under slavery, their reproductive capacity, their labor, and even the nourishment they produced for their own children could be controlled for the economic and personal benefit of enslavers.